The primary and most effective strategy we currently have at our disposal to multiply money is crypto arbitrage. I have explained the concept of crypto arbitrage in a variety of different conferences in the past, but now I'm going to make it very clear exactly how it works. Quite some time ago, many years in fact, I was already performing arbitrage with various exchanges, but now what has worked best for us, although it's not very scalable, or at least not as scalable as we'd like, it does give us the unique option to effectively double our initial investment capital without having to take on any significant level of financial risk whatsoever, which is ultimately what we want most of all. The only downside of the system we have today is that it's a system that can be scaled up to a maximum of $1 million. Currently, we're at around $80,000. We're just starting a new phase. And it's very simple. Basically, what we have here, for example, with Ethereum, is that I can get this Ethereum at one price on one exchange and at a different price on another, right? And so this gives us the possibility of arbitrage. This arbitrage, for example, is evident here on Aster, which is an exchange. I'm buying Ethereum at 2,308 and at 2,329. I'm assuming you're familiar with cryptocurrencies, that you know they exist, that there are digital currencies. That's a clear arbitrage that's done on chain. However, it does have several significant aspects that could end up affecting us in various ways over a long period of time. That is exactly why our strategic arbitrage is based on VSDT, which is something commonly known as OTC, or over-the-counter trading, which is a specialized process that involves a transfer between countries. And the interesting thing is, Tether today in emerging Latin American countries, in some specific countries in India and in other developing countries, in Bangladesh, for example, you can actually get Tether for at least 5, at least 6, or even at least 8%. So it truly represents a really good and unique financial opportunity for everyone involved. You can get these rates and this allows you, okay? This gives you the exciting possibility to trade in various other countries, where the market value is often much more expensive. For example, in places like Dubai or throughout the United States, you can frequently sell the same USDT at a significantly higher premium price than elsewhere. And that's where the opportunity arises and where we are going to focus full time so that we can achieve the profit we need and that it is sustainable over time, which is the most important thing. Beyond chasing big profits and returns, what we need is for it to last. And so that's where we have this opportunity. Now, these transactions can normally be done through something called peer-to-peer on exchanges, for example, on Binance, on Kraken. But there are several risks there that could potentially occur. That is why what we do is use the financial side with price variations that are made, and from there operate without any problem. All right? Now, our operation is based directly on financial entities that allow us to have that price difference and benefit from the market. Here are some examples. At the right time, when we can do it in 3 weeks, we are going to show it. Let's see if I can do it better here. I think I can handle it better here. We are going to show these transactions live and directly from the most important exchanges. Okay? The business is very simple. Basically, it's about buying that USDT at a lower price without having to rush because of fluctuations or trading speculation, or speculation about the markets, trends, wars, X, Y, Z. There will always be a price difference between point A and point B. It will always exist, right? Why? Because there is less supply in countries like Dubai or the United States, and that's where we can carry out this operation, okay? That being said, these operations generate profit. From Monday to Sunday, meaning they are generated every day. But for the team of investors, for the people who are getting started, the profits will be reported from Monday to Friday, right? While some operations might take place from Saturday to Sunday, we will remain available for backup and support so we can continue generating those dividends for you from Monday to Friday. Okay? Are we clear so far? Simple. No problem, right? Now, we don't make promises of fixed returns. There is always some variation. The variation, and here we're getting into important information you need to know according to your participation. Let's see, where is it? Over here. There it is. So on average, a profit of 1.17 to 1.2 is generated. 1.17 to 1.2 per market cycle. A market cycle is one trading day, all right? From that percentage, you will earn 50%. 50% goes to the investor, okay? 30% goes to administration and 20% to the expansion plan. A fund to reward those who share the opportunity, all right? 50%. So on average, if we take an example, let's write down an example over here. If, for example, you invest about $1,000 on average, we're going to say that you generate 1%, right? And this is an operation for 20 days. That is more or less 20%. Sometimes it can be a little more, sometimes a little less. But you're responsible for 0.50% of that. In other words, we're practically talking about a 10% profit margin monthly. However, I recommend that you stay until the end because I'm going to show you how you can take that 10% up to 15%, even 14% monthly, okay, on your capital. The interesting thing is that you can first use compound interest, and second, you can make withdrawals on weekends without any problem. Withdraw your profits, use compound interest, or withdraw your capital with the 250%. Very important, thank you for the question. This profitability will be generated up to 250%. What does that mean? If you invest a capital of $1,000, it can go up to $2,500, generated through commissions and returns. Generated through commissions and returns. Some people open two positions. In one, they make the investment, and in the other, they start referring others. Later on in a training session, we will explain this so you can keep it in mind. But what's interesting is that when you reach $2,500, you can either leave your account as it is, open another account, or fund it again to earn another $2,500 that you will generate. All right? Up to this point, it's clear, right? Well, here are some results so you can see for yourselves. And what is the advantage you have with us? Well, you don't have to do the arbitrage yourself. What's more, we can teach you in one of our training sessions. We will show you everything in detail so you know how to do it. But the difference is that we carry out the operations in a pool, and these operations will generate metrics, produce results, provide visibility into everything that is done, offer the possibility to generate arbitrage optionally through referrals as well, and also give you the chance to be a pioneer, because at this moment, this system, we are currently in the very early stages of this process. And we are only now beginning to adapt ourselves to this specific duplication format. Let's take a detailed look right here so that you can see directly and clearly what your personal back office dashboard would look like in practice. So let's observe this together. We will log out and then log back in immediately. And now we will be able to demonstrate it for you. Okay, so please take a close look at this. Here in this section, you will be able to see your total balance in the event that someone shares the specific link with you. Because if you are present in this room today, it is precisely because someone shared their unique referral link with you, which is automatically generated from the My Network section of your profile. You copy it, share it, register with an email address, and you arrive here. Immediately, you'll be able to see the academy section. And this is something really great that you can do, which is that you can register people, and without needing to make any kind of deposit, you can access the tutorials, how to create your account, how to make a deposit, how to generate your referral link, and how to manage withdrawals. Well, there are several training sessions for these processes. However, now in the group we are going to share the steps, the main steps, so that we can start carrying this out with your referrals, okay? Very good. And now, here in the My Wallet section, we go to deposits, and here we are going to make a minimum deposit of $50 on the Binance Smart Chain Network with USDT. We generate the address, and a QR code will automatically appear. With this QR code, you'll be able to send without any problem. All right, you send it, and we're all set to proceed. And here in the section labeled History, you'll be able to see all your deposits. For example, here there's a pending deposit, which is the one I just made. So it's pending because it wasn't executed, but here you'll see the deposits that have already been executed and completed, the withdrawals that have been made, the earnings, and the commissions. In this box that you're seeing here, My Earnings, here it will start to show you the profits that are generated daily, which will also be available in the calendar, right? That way they'll be listed in the calendar and will be generated, and it will report the corresponding percentage that you're entitled to. You'll have a record of all the profits generated, whether from earnings or commissions. And in the historical earnings section here, there will be a record of what you've been generating. In this case and in this example, this account has 1,350. So with 1,350, if we multiply by 250%, this account, when it reaches $3,375, that's when it will stop generating earnings, okay? Just so we keep that in mind. Perfect, great. All right then. If you want, and this is only if you wish, you have the option to activate it. Oh, and one more thing. In the pool premium section, you'll see here the balance of earnings and commissions. Extremely easy. If you want and wish, you can activate the network levels. These network levels are 6 levels. What does that mean? It means that if you refer someone, right? This person will automatically generate 10% for you. Let's use an example. Let's say you refer someone who puts in $1,000. That person earns 1% that day, which means they earn $10. 1% is $10. From those $10, you will receive permanently, daily, from Monday to Friday, $1. And the interesting thing is that this dollar will earn you compound interest. The commission and the returns generate compound interest for you automatically throughout the week. What happens if, for example, I have, let's say, not just one person, but 10? Well, now that's a total of $100 coming in, and instead of earning $1, you earn 10. And if you multiply this by 20, then it's 200. Now then, that's on the first level. But what happens? This starts to duplicate itself. On level 2, you already earn 4%. On level 3, you earn 2.5%. On level 4, you earn 2%, 1.5%. More or less, to put it simply. This means you'll generate about 20% in referral earnings. Let's say, for example, that after some time you already have a portfolio, you start duplicating the information and you reach, let's say, $10,000. Those people earn 1%. How much do they earn? $100. And from those $100, how much do you earn? 20%, $20. So in 20 days, you made $400. But not just from the people you invited, but also from their referrals and their referrals as well. On the levels I just explained to you, what happens if we add a zero? If it's not 10,000 anymore, but 100,000? Well, this automatically changes like this. Look, it changes automatically like this. Do you think it's possible to reach $100,000? More than possible is totally possible. It's just about doing the work consistently. What happens is that when you see the number, you say, no, but when am I ever going to get there? But don't worry, it's little by little, as my mom used to say, little by little. Step by step, and before you know it, you have a portfolio of $100,000. And it lets you make $4,000 a month without any problem. Okay? Now, what do I recommend you do if you want to achieve that? Activate the levels. How do you activate the levels? The levels are activated with an investment of $50. Right now, I have these 3 activated. But if I click here on the 6th one, you'll see it's not activated for me. So what should I do? I need to choose the levels I want to activate. For example, if I wanted to activate that level, what I have to do is select payment address and activate it. Or if I want to activate, for example, the 3 pending ones. All 6 levels can be activated with $300. So if you ask me what should be the initial investment I recommend, you can start with $50. But if you want to start earning from 6 levels of referrals, which allow you to earn an additional 20% on top of your investment, let's say you deposit $300, you activate all 6 levels, and those $300 start working for you as well. It's not that it costs you $300 just to activate the 6 levels, no. It's $300 that you put to work with us, which will earn you between 0.9 to 1.2% daily without any problem. And additionally, you have the possibility to start earning from referral levels. From now until tomorrow, someone might ask you how you are making money. Look, I have this investment. They explain everything to you. You participate. There are trainings, tutorials, guides, everything you need, and you go for it. That's all you have to do. I'm going to activate one here so you can see. Look, check this out. I have 1, 2, and 3 active as shown by the green lock. But this one is deactivated, so I'm going to activate it. Yes, so you can see it. I send it, and it generates a QR code here for me. That QR code is on the Binance Smart Chain network. You can send from any wallet without any problem, which is what Teresa was just explaining a moment ago. She was helping one of my direct referrals, someone who was just starting out with their team and showing them this business model. I want to give a really big shout out to my good friend Felix over in Peru. He is already giving this incredible opportunity to 2 people who got activated just yesterday, and today he is going all in. We are going to go really hard on this, and in just a few more seconds it is going to be fully enabled, and it will automatically be added to, look at what I have here. Look, right here I have 1,350 if you notice, and if I just refresh the page, I will be able to see it right here. There it is, look. The little lock has changed from red to green, and it shows up here. And now I have $1,400 done. And they start operating from next Monday. If I want to see the record, if I want to see the deposit, I go to the deposit section, and here it already shows as completed. And if I go to the premium pool section, here I already have $200. Before I had $150 set to automatic and without any problem. Okay? All right, folks, how are we doing so far, guys? Super good, right? Super good. I just have one very simple thing left to finish. This calculator, this button right here is a calculator. It's a calculator that will give you the option to make projections. How can I make projections? Well, imagine I go here, it takes me to a compound interest calculator. If I enter here the $1,400 as the balance, and I put in the average. Let's use the example that I don't activate. I don't activate the levels. I'm not interested in that. I just want to invest. I'm not going to tell anyone. I'm selfish. All right, 0.50. So I'm going to put 0.50 here, right? And I'm only going to do it for 1 week, 5 days. 5 days of compound interest. I calculate, and it automatically tells me that I'm going to generate on average $35. Not bad, right? $35.35 is pretty good, okay? But what happens if I activate the levels? Look what happens automatically. A 20% increase is activated, which means that daily I'm going to generate 0.70. I'll calculate it, and now it goes from $2.55 to $3.55. In 4 weeks, that's 14%. Let me do the example again. If I only invest and don't activate the referral levels, then I'm going to generate 2.53%. 2.53 times 4 weeks, just like I mentioned before, that's 10%. But if I activate the levels, it automatically gives me the chance to earn 3.55 times 4, which is 14%. And that, speaking only about the first 5 days. What happens if I use compound interest for 20 days, which is Monday to Friday in a month? Well, automatically it's 14.97%, just like I mentioned before. 15% that you can start generating on a monthly basis. Now then, pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. What happens if I do this for a period of 100 days with just my investment? I don't activate the levels. I'm not interested. I just invest and that's it. I don't want to complicate things. Perfect. So then in 100 days, which is 5 months, we're talking about generating, here it is, 64%. That's not bad. Not bad at all. We're talking about 64 divided by 5, that's 12.8. That's really good, really good. That's great. But what happens if I do the little exercise of learning how to activate those blessed levels, which I can do with my own money, and I stick to the same 100 days? Well, automatically in those same 100 days, look at the value. It went from 64 to 100%. So my recommendation is to please ask the person who invited you and tell them, I want to activate the levels. What do I need to do? Activate the levels, and that automatically starts to happen. In this morning's training, I explained what needs to be done. It's not just about activating them, it's also about putting an investment into each one of them. And the minimum investment is $50. And the best part is that you start working on the network, and all the people who start joining your space, your affiliate network, will allow you to earn from these levels. All right? I simply go here. I select choose levels to unlock. In my case, it only lets me choose 2 because I've already activated 4. In your case, it should let you choose 6. generate a payment address, and boom, $300 go to the pool, and I already have the possibility I just mentioned. Ladies and gentlemen, what I can tell you is that the program Indubai Trade, pay close attention to what I'm about to say right now. I'm working on 3 disruptive projects, and one of them is Indubai Trade. Indubai Trade, and the other 2 will generate benefits for Indubai Trade. If you are in this room, consider yourself privileged because you will be among the people who generate the most income over time. Our goal is for everyone who joins to reach a cap of 250% in how much time? In no more than, let's say, if I'm telling you that in 100 days you make 100%, in 5 months you make 100%, then on average in a year or 13 months you'll be achieving that, which is extremely good. I mean, compare it to what you have out there, it's extremely good. Now, the most important thing is that we are going to generate some benefits. Maybe you've already reached an advanced stage, which is the premium pool, but before that, there were some that were called the 25K pool, the 20K pool, and the 10K pool. These pools have some additional benefits that allow you to earn commissions from everything that comes in, whether you invite people or not. But those are already closed. The good news is that there is a possibility that another pool could open. What does it depend on? It depends on partnerships, it depends on strategies that are not investment related because all investments will be managed from Indubai and through Arbitraje. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a partnership. For example, we have a partnership with a card, which I want to mention to you. One of them is that we have our own card to receive our commissions directly onto it. So you can send the money here and withdraw it from an ATM without any problem. The person who invited you, they will tell you, yes, I already have my link, I already registered, yes, I already have my app and my card is about to arrive. Some cards are already being distributed these weeks, or if not, you can also request it through the app. This week, we will be visiting this strategic partner in Mexico with some of you, and you'll be able to see the magnitude of the partnership. Tomorrow, we will have another partnership, so all those benefits are coming to the Indubator team. I also invite you, please, to follow us on our social media. We currently have YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you want. But I want you to go to the Indubai channel where we have a playlist. You can go here to the section or to the section that says playlists. And here in playlists, you go to the one that says how to get started here in Indubai Arbitrage user manual. Here you can see the entire process, how to create your account. Look, the whole process, how to buy VST and how to create your account step by step, deposits, everything you need right now to be able to generate the income you want so much. All right, folks, this is the explanation I had for you. Please ask the person who invited you how to join, how to get started, how to earn, and what I will tell you is that whatever you want to duplicate, keep in mind how much you want to duplicate, not when you want to duplicate. $10,000? Perfect, let's duplicate $10,000. If you're going to duplicate $10,000, do it now. Don't just sit around waiting for time to pass and all that, right? Do it immediately. If that's your plan, do it now. All right? So I go here to balance and you project yourself. And you say, okay, it's going to be $10,000 over a period of 100 days. If I go here and enter, for example, 250 days at an average of 0.70, in these 250 days, no, that's too much. I don't even need to go that far. Let's just go with 200 days. In 200 days, activating the reference levels. In 200 days, no, you don't even have to reach 200 days. Look, 180 days. So I'm telling you that 180 days in a period of 20 calendar days, because from Monday to Friday, that's 9 months with just 180 days of interest. Obviously, you're taking into account compound interest and that you activated the levels. All right. In 180 days, you're going to have your 250% in 9 months. 9 months is enough time for that to be achieved. Okay? Now, no one, skip the levels. It's confusing. I'll just invest. All right, fine. Let's go with the basic average of 0.50. And that is going to take us a little more time. Let's see. Let's set it to 250 days, which is within a period. There you go. Look, 250 days, which isn't crazy either. That's 12 and a half, 13 months for it to happen. But I recommend that you activate the levels, please. All you have to do is go there, go to my network button, okay? And what you activate there, it's not lost, it's not a cost. It goes straight to your account and automatically activates those levels for you. A very special greeting. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. My name is Juan Del Jimenez, an entrepreneur, someone who has always had the vision to make things big, to benefit as many people as possible, and to generate the greatest possible coverage for everyone. That has always been my mission. So once again, I tell you, feel privileged to be here. And well, that's it. Let's go for it, everyone. Let's make big things happen. And I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Share it so it stays recorded on the YouTube channel so you can achieve those results. A very special greeting. Thank you very much. Have an excellent day, an excellent night. Take care. See you soon.